My room is a fucking sty, and I need to clean it up.
Ironic. I just recently cleaned my room.
Yeah.
Is that irony? Is that what irony is?
I don't know. I've been big depression lately, and cleaning has been difficult.
Yeah, yeah, moving is always the worst for cleaning
Yeah.
because I just like you have like so many boxes and you're like, those will just empty out on their own.
Yeah.
Hey, the news flash is that they don't.
They don't do that.
So what's up?
Not much. Fucking. What did I do this week? I don't think I did much of anything this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a pretty. I mean, I did a lot of work, and I had really bad depression.
Sure.
Oh, I guess this is our first episode of 2019.
Yeah. Ringing in the new year on a high note.
Well, actually, that depends. When did our last episode go up? I don't remember if I actually posted that on the day of the 31st. So this might not be our first episode of 2019, but let's find out. Nope, I posted the last one right on time.
Nice.
Chicago.
Yeah. We missed a week. We missed a week. We're fine. We're valid. You can't judge us. Only God can judge us. But we're back and better than ever.
Yeah, we are.
Freshly sprung from the earth. Welcoming in 2019. And it's all of its prime number glory. Is 2019 a prime number? Probably. Right? It's gotta be. I feel like it's gotta be.
It can be Blair 2019 can be divided by the number 3.
Oh. Yep. That checks.
But aside from it's because besides 3 and 673, it is a prime number. Aside from that, so it's almost prime.
It doesn't work like that.
No, but like there is like a thing of like prime neighbors of like numbers that are almost there.
Sure.
Like 4 is a prime neighbor.
Sure.
Just because of the sheer lowness of it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Not prime though.
No.
No.
That's how numbers work, by the way. If you're a mathematician and you know shit, don't fucking at me.
Did not major in math for a reason.
I majored in math for about 2 weeks, and then I said this is too hard, and then I swapped to art.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Math is nasty and gross and the worst, and everyone who studies math is not valid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
If you study math, you're a fucker.
You're officially banned from listening to our podcast, except if you're cool.
Yeah.
And we'll know if you're cool, and you'll know if you're cool. So.
But yeah. So.
Otherwise, no uncool people, I guess.
Fucking look out
to this podcast.
Cools only.
Cools only.
No losers. Final Destination.
Yes.
That would have been a great transition if we'd watched the Final Destination this week.
Yeah, we didn't though.
No losers. Cools only. Mandy Destination. That's a joke.
No, but I'll allow it.
Is it podcast?
It might be podcast. That's usually what we say when we finish it. do we just want to call it here?
Yeah. I have some incredible news. Sorry, we're in fear baiting, by the way. It's fear baiting.
Fear baiting.
It's your number one, What is it? It's your number one bad trip podcast?
Sure. Your number one sci-fi fantasy 70s cult Homage podcast? Question mark? A big question mark on
Big
that one.
question mark.
But what's the big news? Oh, I'm Blair.
I'm Sarah. So before we get into our movie, we always go to upcominghorrormovies.com, and lo and behold, gracing me on the front page, last updated movies. Most recent, Velvet Buzzsaw, which I do actually want to talk about a little bit, but second most recent, mentioned one day, 19 hours ago, this reboot is now in development, Final Destination 6.
You have got to be fucking with me
I
right
am
now.
not whatsoever. I'm going to link you. I'm going to send you a link from the website of consequenceofsound.com talking about how New Line Cinema has made plans to reboot Final Destination.
There's a .net also.
Whatever.
For anyone. Well, for people looking at, listening at home, following along at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm just so excited.
Yeah, because, it better be rated R. I'm so sick of these fucking PG-13 quote-unquote torture flicks.
Well, I mean, have any Final Destinations thus far not been rated R?
Right, but it's kind of like a new thing, you know? We have Escape Room, which was PG-13 because it's easier to make money. Yeah, PG-13, if Escape Room wanted to do what Saw did, it should have just done the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You're not wrong.
But this is exciting.
I've heard that Escape Room is actually okay.
I've heard wildly different things from different people, so I actually have no idea if it's good or not.
Yeah. So you know who wrote did you happen to know, by the way, that the guy who wrote Arrival also wrote Final Destination 5?
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. That's insane.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this feels like a return to form for horror movies. I love a good horror drama. I love a good like art house horror movie. But sometimes you just want to see some like senseless nonsense. Some like early aughts just garbage, you know?
Yeah, just some fucking hot shit. Get Mary Elizabeth Winstead to come back. I know she died at the end of 3, but maybe she didn't.
Final Destinations are the best movies.
God,
ever.
Who would you want to see leading this movie?
People I'd never seen before. I want an absolute no names.
Okay, but gun to your head, if you have to pick someone who's like a bit of a name, who are you picking?
Someone B-list. I don't know. Someone maybe with like television recognition. Like whoever plays like Archie in Riverdale can be in it.
I knew that would be Cole Sprouse.
That's Jughead.
I know he's not Archie Riverdale, but he is on Riverdale.
Also, I do know the actor who plays Archie, and I can't pretend. His name is KJ Apa.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But this is the best news I've ever received in my life, and I'm going to cry.
I know. No, it's great. Yeah, I hope it's full of actors that I've never seen before and will never see again.
Yep.
That's my ideal.
Well, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's a charm to like not have like having a nobody cast. I think that's like almost quintessential for these like big like gore porn horror movies because it's not torture porn. Like no one's being rarely are people being prolongedly tortured before their death. It's just like, what's the craziest way someone can die?
By being a meat puppet.
Yes. Man, this rules. But you wanted to talk about another movie.
Well, the other movie that I want to talk about was Velvet Buzzsaw, which I sent you the trailer for the other day. I don't know if you had a chance to sit and watch it.
Did not. You sent it to me as I was leaving for work, and then I was like, I'll watch this later, and it just didn't happen.
So Velvet Buzzsaw is Jake Gyllenhaal reuniting with the guy who directed him in Nightcrawler. They're making a movie about where Gyllenhaal is like a professional art critic, and art is coming to life and murdering people.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks good as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
There was a scene in the movie where there was just like this avant-garde orb art piece surrounded by corpses.
Yeah.
It fucking rips.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I say I want more lowbrow horror. I only just want more Final Destination movies. Everything else can
Like,
be like,
really?
yeah, honestly. um, because I feel like a lot of brow quote unquote horror these days is just not pushing the envelope enough.
It's really
You
not,
know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I want to see something absolutely tasteless.
Yeah. Speaking of
Hmm.
absolutely tasteless, Happy Death Day to You is coming soon.
I'm so excited for
That's
that.
coming
No,
out Valentine's Day.
that's gonna be so good. Oh, that's the perfect date for it to come out. I'm gonna see that in theaters at all costs. I will see it by myself, like I saw the first one by myself.
I am
Um,
so excited that I'm going to get to see a Final Destination in theaters. I
in the
never got the
theaters,
chance
yeah,
to.
yeah, absolutely. Oh my god, if it's in 3D, I'll watch it in 3D. It'll be like the only movie I will willingly watch in 3D.
Yeah. Uh,
So good. Any other upcoming horror movies that we're
uh,
excited about?
no, not really. No, we talked about Us last time, and that's the only other one that I've got on my horizon.
Right, yeah.
So,
Still very exciting, but
oh yeah,
trodden.
definitely.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Do we want to dive into um the thing we watched this week?
Yeah, I like how you didn't even call it, say, like the movie that we watched this week. You just called it The Thing.
The experience we shared this week.
So, I gotta be 100% honest here. I, at this time, to start this off, I liked this a lot. I also need to go back and watch it again sometime soon. Because I
Yeah,
was getting lost left and right, and also, like, I didn't have a great night's sleep last night, so my focus was really marred, and well, actually, no, I had a great night's sleep last night, but I was just been really tired all day for no explicable reason, so my focus was
sure.
very marred. I
Mm-hmm.
liked it a lot. I liked what was happening. I'm just, yeah,
Yeah,
weird energy to ring in the year with.
it's strange, but it's so we watched Mandy, the 2018 horror movie.
Yes,
It's one I've been wanting to see for a while, because it is by the person who directed what is it? Something something Black Rainbow. Uh,
Godspeed You, Black Rainbow.
nope, definitely not that.
Beyond the
Uh,
Black Rainbow.
Beyond the Black Rainbow. So I was expecting something psychedelic, and I definitely got something psychedelic. Um, I got something way more psychedelic than I like anticipated.
Yeah,
Um, but I love Nick Cage. So I had like no context for what it was actually gonna be. I just
yeah.
knew people were like talking about it, and it looked dope. Uh, and even now that we're talking about it, I really don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah, this is gonna
Um,
be a weird episode, I think.
um, just to like, because the pacing of this movie is quite slow, so it's two Christian hours long.
Yes.
Uh, but it's things are very drawn out. It's like a sort of weird like time dilation
Yeah.
thing that seems to be happening because
Because
the
there is a
gist of
lot
the
of
movie.
drugs being done in this movie.
Yes. The gist of this movie is that there's a couple, Red Miller and Mandy Bloom, who lived together in the mountains in 1983. And Mandy gets spotted on the side of the road by like a weird, like pseudo Christian, like high sci fi fantasy pulp novel cult.
Yeah, directed by one Jeremiah Sand.
Mm-hmm. She gets both she and her partner get kidnapped by this guy. Uh, she gets like drugged and then burned alive, and then the rest of the movie is basically just Red, played by Nick Cage,
Yeah.
doing a weird revenge thing.
Yeah.
It's so fucking crazy. Um,
And, like, that's really, like, the whole. I mean, there's definitely more intricacy to it, but, like, that's.
that's like the gist of it. That's like it's not not a lot of things happen, but
Yeah.
we can get into the details. But that's just like
That's the overarching plot,
framework.
just so because like I think it's gonna be hard for us to contain the structure of this episode to like A to B to C all the way to Z kind of like just plot description.
Sure. Yeah. No. Totally. Um, yeah. We open with some very dreamlike imagery. To the point where like Nick Cage wakes up and Mandy was like, "Oh, you had a nightmare." He was like, "Yep," because he had a dream about her finding like a dead deer in the forest or something like that. It's very strange. And then she tells a story about how her father made her and a bunch of like the neighborhood kids kill a bunch of larks, starlings,
Yes.
actually, yeah.
And it's stuck in my head because the Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, and it's all of this is shot like in like high neon, which I know is kind of a thing, but it seems to be like it's not just like mood lighting.
Yeah, this is not a picture that I would ascribe to the film genre of highly refined.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
No.
Like highly refined, but it's refined, like Nicholas Winding Refn, or Nicholas Winding Refn.
No.
He directed Neon Demon and
I figured it was something like that, but I didn't want to assume.
Yeah. Like I think Refn makes some dazzling like visual landscapes, but there's a question about the quality of the content that's being played out on those landscapes.
Right. This was more disorienting than anything else.
Yeah.
So we get a scene with the cult. We have Jeremiah Sand, who wants Mandy. He sees her passing on the road, and it's the way she's illuminated is by like a bright red light that washes out all of her features on her face, which almost makes her look a little corpse-like and super uncanny valley.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the discourse around this movie being like, oh, it's so cool that they have like a quote-unquote like ugly woman being like a main character in this movie. She's just not unattractive. She's just not wearing any makeup. So anyway, as I was watching that, I was like,
yeah,
that was like my expectation. I was like, oh, is she just gonna get like really brutal or something? Is she just gonna go hog wild? No, she just doesn't wear makeup. So that whole discourse is very strange.
Yeah.
It's mostly that she just like wears like 1983 glasses basically and reads pulp. Like pulp novels, pulp fantasy novels. So that's fine.
Yeah, but she gets kidnapped.
Yeah, so she gets kidnapped. She and Red get kidnapped.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when Mandy is face to face with the cult leader Jeremiah Sand, and he like plays some music for her that he made and starts dancing to it, and she just laughs at him.
Yeah. So he like gives her this big speech about how important and sexy he is, and how the word of God has come into him, etc., etc. It's very, cult leader. It's very, boilerplate cult leader.
Definitely.
And then he like starts stripping, and like takes his like unimpressive dick out, and Mandy is like, yeah. Oh, you wrote this song? You wrote it about yourself? That's so funny. And starts, like, laughing violently, which is great. It's just great because he's obviously, like, riding his own ego and has been, like, adored by this small group of people, and which creates an ego so fragile that he can't stand any sort of criticism,
Yeah.
It also feels like he's like reached a stage in like cult leaderism where he's like bought into his own bullshit because he has a conversation with himself one-on-one in the mirror, basically like, what do I do next? Demanding, like, he's not just like pretending to be a vessel for God anymore. He's done enough acid to think that he actually is.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I feel like it just captures like the perfect time. Like you've got if this was like or more in the 70s with the disillusionment of, well, no, early 80s works too. Just like the disillusionment that hippie culture created when it dismantled, like rose to these, along with the genre that it's attaching itself to. As I'm talking about this, I think I'm understanding this movie more.
Yeah, that's making sense. You were like unpacking this movie for me.
It's this movie is definitely a love letter to a lot of different genres. Most prominently it's a love letter to like pulpy psychedelic high fantasy stuff. I would say high fantasy sci-fi. Like Dune almost, but
Yeah.
not quite Dune. A little more dragony than Dune is, but not Lord of the Rings. Somewhere in between there. And also like so she basically disrespects Jeremiah,
Yeah.
and
And he's like,
which
"Oh, women be like,
which means she gets burned alive.
yep,
Well, Nick Cage is like tied up and is made to watch,
yeah,
and it's pretty horrifying.
yeah,
And then everyone just drives off. And while then Nick Cage like frees himself, has a really weird experience in his apartment where he watches a commercial for Cheesy Goblin mac and
yeah."
cheese, and then followed by like an emergency test
Sorry,
broadcast.
Blair, Cheddar Goblin, please.
Cheddar, very strange, but interesting. Passes out, and then we have this weird sort of thing that starts happening where parts of this movie in like dream sequences are animated, but animated like in like an era appropriate, genre appropriate sort of way.
Yeah,
Like there was like a yeah, it's I think Mandy turning around and then her face melts basically, and that's animated. It looks very strange, but it's also really cool.
what else happens?
Red goes out to a friend of his, and gets what is those things? A crossbow. That's called the Reaper,
Yes.
which is interesting because earlier when Mandy was like all drugged up on LSD and shit, was like Jeremiah asked her what she saw, and she was like, "I see the Reaper coming," or something to that effect.
Oh, huh, I missed that.
Yeah, it stuck out to me because I was like, "Oh, a Reaper is a really symbolic thing. Who's going to be the Reaper?" And I guess it's Red in a way, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So he gets the crossbow and some like crossbow bolts, and then he forges like an insane.
Like, this is an act from the loading screen of Skyrim.
Right. It's this insane shiny metal
It's
elaborate.
this shit's made of dragon glass. Red Miller has a Valyrian steel axe.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's and then the rest of this movie is him, so he like goes out to kick ass. He gets like caught by these black skulls who are also the cult, but not the cult, but also like sort of like it's all related,
Yeah. And then
and
the
who are
oh, go on.
well the black skulls are like these creatures who are like wearing masks, and they're like human like, but they're like
Yeah.
not, which makes it feel more sci-fi than it does fantasy, so it kind of definitely walks that line.
Yeah, according to the character that Red gets the Reaper from, Carruthers is like, yeah, these dudes were drug couriers, and then they took a bad batch of LSD, and now they just kill people.
But they definitely feel like aliens.
Oh, absolutely. The way that they talk, the way they act, they feel like they feel like villain. They feel like the monster that got ripped out of another horror movie.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it adds a lot to this.
Yeah, a little bit like Hellraiser.
Yes,
Hellraiser
yes,
vibes.
that's the word. That's the genre. That's the vibe I was looking for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, question. Are these black skulls the same ones we see much earlier in the movie when they're being given like a glass of like goop before they kill people?
I think so.
I think so. That makes sense. I'm just connecting those points right now. Things just happened in this movie. That's why, yeah, I were to watch this another time.
Yeah.
But, this is not a video essay.
No. And edit point. Cut. And then we cut to this part where I talk for another paragraph.
So he like slaughters these guys. He does like a small, like a modest pile of cocaine off of like a piece of shattered glass, and then like
take some LSD.
Take some LSD, which is fun, and totally gonna help him out. And then he goes to this like
church
tower thing. He kills Brother Swan, which is one of the cult leaders. He doesn't touch the woman who's with him.
Yeah. Well, he kills Brother Swan in the duel, right? Or is that with Jeremiah?
What the with the chainsaws?
Yeah.
No, that's just some other like.
It's just some random guy, but I really want to talk about it because it's like I think it might be my favorite scene in the movie.
Yes. Okay. So, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So you'll correct me if I'm wrong about any of this, but Nicolas Cage like comes to like this like kind of junkyard looking place. He's got a chainsaw in hand. And he's ready to take out this motherfucker from the cult, and this guy pulls out a chainsaw of his own from a pile of like garbage, and like the blade of the chainsaw keeps like as he pulls it out, it's like you still don't see the end of it, and then it's just like it is a 3 foot like it's a 3 feet of usable length of chainsaw. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they have a duel. It
is insane. I was screaming when this happened because it was just like the craziest thing I'd ever seen. It's very, very fun. It makes like things like that make this movie exist in this weird in between point between the whimsy almost of sci-fi fantasy, even though like that kind of stuff can be quite brutal, but it's always brutal in a way that's detached from like grit,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Versus this sort of like revenge genre.
It's not Grindhouse.
Right. It's like it's fantasy revenge, little gritty, but also super refined. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking that like he did all of that acid, but it definitely didn't even tell the difference because this movie is already just kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of like the movie's just kind of like that. Like the end of the movie, like the camera pans up and like behind him there was like this otherworldly starscape overtaking the night sky.
And we're just like, okay, sure.
Fucking yeah, you got me already, Mr. Director.
Mm-hmm.
With your characters such... I'm looking at the cast, by the way, and like it's mostly normal names down the line. Like a couple of like titles, like, the chemist is one of them. And then we have Scratch, Scabs, and Fuck Pig.
Those must be the black
skulls, yeah.
Skulls, yeah.
And then lastly is Paul Painter as Cheddar Goblin.
Fuck yeah, Cheddar Goblin.
Cheddar, 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 cheddar. We love Cheddar Goblin. Can we change the name of this podcast to the Cheddar Goblin Fancast?
But we can be colloquially known as such.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to rate this movie on a scale of 0 to 5 Cheddar Goblins.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So
he crushes Sam's head in his... he crushes Sam's head in his hands.
Yes.
Yeah, the way I said that made it sound like I was like doing a rap that was describing the plot of this movie.
Do a rap that describes the plot of this movie.
No.
No! My favorite
He
part
uses
is my
his
favorite
hand to
version
crush
of
the head of the sand, and then he gets in his car,
rhyme something with sands.
and the wheels in his hands.
Cool, 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 cool.
And then Mandy is there, and Nick Cage is losing hair as he ages.
Yeah.
And he
Well, I
built a
want to be a
cool
little.
axe.
Yeah. And
And
them's the
I
facts.
could go for some snacks.
Oh shit. Who could? Who among us could not go for some snacks?
Yeah.
So true.
I ate 3 packages of High Chew last night.
That's a lot of haichu.
It was so good though, because they had, well, the gas station next to my girlfriend's house has like no plate, like does not have much in the way of like snackages, but then they have like every flavor of High Chew. I was like, all right, let's get the grape, and like, oh shit, there's kiwi, and oh shit, mango. All right, we're having a party tonight.
Mm-hmm. I did something I've never done before, and I intentionally bought a bag of ice from a gas station last night.
Uh huh. How was
Cause
that?
yeah, fine. I wanted to make rum and cokes, and we didn't have ice. Because we keep being like, oh, we should get an ice tray. We'll do that later. It just doesn't happen. You can't have a rum and coke without ice.
No.
You just can't.
What's the best? What's the best? What's the best? I almost said vegetable. What's the best soda to put in rum and coke?
Diet Coke.
I go Coke Zero, but your response is valid.
Yeah.
My sister prefers Diet Pepsi, which is fucking wild.
Yeah. A rum and Pepsi sounds so insane to me.
I've had a rum and Diet Pepsi. It tastes like shit.
Yeah. It's not to be like a brand bootlicker, but Coke is just better with rum, you know?
Yeah.
And I like it with a diet because with like just regular it's too sweet, you know?
Yeah.
And you get a fresh lime in that bitch.
Oh yeah.
I feel like rum and cokes are severely underrated.
I want one really badly right now.
Are you gonna get a rum and coke and then just take a nap?
Yeah.
Pre-nap rum and coke?
Yeah. a pre-nap RNC.
While we're on the topic, I was talking with my dad before I like bought rum for it. Like, oh, what's the best, rum to get for like $20? He gave me a bunch of options, but the only one I was able to find at the liquor store was one called Mount Gay. So now I have a Mount Gay bottle of rum in my house, which is, I feel, appropriate. So that's the story.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Um.
Yeah, so I do want to talk a little. So he has like a long conversation with Sister Lucy, who just talks at length about like what a good lay she is. It's very strange, and then it just fades to black, and then there's this weird, and I love the writing in this movie because it feels so important, it's like It's got this like prose of like pulp novels, which is just like this high importance to everything, and then there's like just this like lilt where it almost is pretension,
Yeah,
but it's almost pretension if it wasn't pulp, you know what I mean? Like if it was snottier, but it's like, this is paperback. Like, it's very paperback, but in a great way.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's so, Red and Jeremiah Sands have this conversation, and then Red makes his eyeballs melt out of his face, or something.
Yeah.
It just crunches his skull.
Yeah. Like, his eyes just, like, pop out, like he's in it looks like a Mortal Kombat fatality, and I'm kind of here for it.
And then
leaked footage from Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, and then throws him on the floor and lets him like be consumed by flames.
Yeah. And then he drives off, and there's that landscape in the sky behind him, and then the credits roll.
Well, there's like this one shot
where he's like having like hallucinations of his wife, or Mandy, of his Mandy.
Yeah, of his girlfriend Mandy, and then it's like a shot of her in the car. and then a reverse shot of him just drenched in blood, wide-eyed, and
grinning
like
with full tooth grin.
yeah. Which is like the point where I'm like, oh, you're fucked up. Oh, you did so much drugs and you just killed so many people.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia. I thought he spared the other woman, the younger woman. But it looks like he just spared the older woman.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, so many people have died. There was a point where like he killed someone and then just like they vomited blood like on his face like for like 5 solid seconds.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god. I genuinely don't know if this movie was good.
Yeah, because I mean, we still have to rank it on a scale of 0 to 5 cheddar goblins, but I'm gonna give it a full out of 5. Like it's a high skewed because I need to go sit down and watch it again, and like any movie that makes me want to watch it, like any movie that has me come out of it this confused and immediately makes me say I want to watch it again. That's
I mean, it's not nothing.
Yeah, no, like if sometimes I've watched out. No, that's not true. But like, no, I was gonna say David Lynch. But like sometimes I've walked out of movies that have confused me, and I was like, I don't want to make the effort to understand what was happening there. I don't want to give that one another go. That one kind of fucked me on the first go. But like, this one, I'm excited to go back to it and like grok it better.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that this movie is saying all movies are saying something, but this one like has something to say to me.
Yeah.
But I want
This movie is just trying to say to you, Blair, buy more Mount Gay whiskey.
Oh my god, it's an extended commercial for the brand of rum that I bought.
Yep.
How about we watch this again, just individually, sometime during the month, and then on our last like revisitation of 2018 episode, we say what our conclusion on this movie is.
Yeah, you mean revisitation of 2019?
No, 28. No, I mean like, so we're gonna watch Annihilation at the end of this month, or the first week in February. After like on that episode, we'll be like, okay, so do you remember that movie we watched? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm excited to chat Annihilation. I watched that. That was the first movie that I watched in 2019.
Yeah, I'm interested to talk about that too, but we have some other some stinkers to get through first.
Well, not necessarily stinkers.
Well, we're watching fucking Truth or Dare.
Yeah, that's what we're doing next week, because it's my pick, and I have a soft spot for those Final Destination light movies. You know I can't resist.
I know.
Just like those dumb gimmicks. It's a dumb gimmick with a bunch of no-name actors that are never going to appear in a movie again. Like...
Yeah. No, totally.
But we have questions.
It's going to be so stupid. Oh, then let's get into some questions.
We have a question from... I asked, join us as we visit Nick Cage's second explosive role from last year. We need to watch Mom and Dad, by the way.
I watched it. That was the first movie I watched in 2019. And it fucks.
Does it truly?
It truly fucks. It's really insane.
All right. So maybe we slot that in instead of whatever other bad movie I was going to throw in for the... Well, what was the other one? Because I said Truth or Dare... I should just take Truth or Dare out of there and make... Because, like, there's A Quiet Place, which we still haven't covered. And I'd like to cover Quiet Place.
Yeah. We can also bleed more into the month of February.
Yeah, true, because we did take last week off. Mm-hmm. Okay, so next week's going to be Truth or Dare. Mm-hmm. But we have some questions. From this question from 2200 PM, who asks, "What is the goop?" I think it's just like
LSD. I think
you know that slime you can make in your kitchen sink.
No. What do you mean?
You've never made slime in you've never made slime?
I mean, you mean like the borax and like whatever else goes into that sort of thing?
The slime that you make at home? Yeah. That's what it is.
I've made it once when I was quite small. But phrasing it as the slime you make in your kitchen sink is insane.
Hey. What's the primary ingredient in slime again, by the way? You just said it?
Borax?
My slime.
No, it's not it. It's not it. It's not it. Mm-mm.
Anyways, that's what the goop is.
Um, yeah. I think it's also, like, texturally, I think it's acid.
Yeah.
This weird acid.
Uh,
Or some sort of drug, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. More question?
Uh, Another question. If you started a cult, what would your aesthetic be?
Oh, God. um, I think there's something um, interesting about the aesthetics of 70s and 80s cults because they were very sci-fi sort of thing. If they weren't hyper like Christian, they were sci-fi. Um, I'm into it. Cults these days tend to be like a little bit more new wave, I guess.
So here's my aesthetic. I'm not going to explain it, and if
Mm-hmm.
these two terms are contradictory, do not at me. Neo-futurist post-structuralism. I will not explain further.
Um, sure. I don't know if that's an aesthetic though. It might be an ideology.
Who
Uh,
can say? Roswell's going to at me about this, and I deserve it.
um,
I just I'm never
that's a
I'm never not thinking about that tweet. By the way, that's like knuckle tats where one hand says post and the other hand says structuralist.
It's very good. That sounds like a dope ass cult. I'll join your cult.
Hell yeah. Um, they also want to know if you owned slash could be a giant feline, why would you choose the noble snow leopard? Well, I mean, first of all, if I own slash could be a giant feline, y'all know what the answer to that question is. Snow
Right,
leopard's not bad. Snow leopard is a nice fluffy like second or third place, but like you know what I'm all about.
right. Big felines too much work. A nice small domesticated feline.
Well, yeah,
That's a manageable cat.
the question is you in in the context of this question you have to either own or be a giant feline.
I guess I'll own one.
Okay, what kind of feline? Noble snow leopard?
Uh, I guess that's the only option, isn't it?
Sure. And lastly, what the hell is that goop?
Um, it's my wife.
Thank you. They also have one more question, which is you guys ever read those old pulpy fantasy books? The Warlock series is rad as hell. And have not personally, but I've been listening to a lot of I don't even own a television where they cover one of those fantasy pulp novels about once every other month. So
Oh,
I
good.
get my dosage.
Yeah, I never read them, but my mom is like a voracious reader. She'll basically pick up anything at hypothetically like an airport and just read that. So she has a lot of pulpy high fantasy on her bookshelf.
Yeah.
So I see it a lot. It's a familiar genre to me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for me. I don't think I have the patience for it, but I think the energy of it is extremely fuck withable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's questions. Do you want to do recommendations?
Yeah, sure. I can go first unless you'd like to.
My recommendation this week is a music album that I listened to recently. I was listening to I've been depressed this week. I've been depressed for the last little while, and so I was listening to a lot of modern baseball's sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, this album's really good and really about depression, but they channeled their depression into hating women a lot. And I was like, I don't like this. I can kind of circumvent it, but then I was like, whatever. Listen to the later stuff in their discography, and then I listened to "You're Gonna Miss It All," which is my recommendation by Modern Baseball. The 2 years between those two albums, they drank some respecting women juice and learned how to be like not assholes about women. And
Sure.
I very much liked it, and I've been listening to it like pretty much nonstop for the last like 5 days.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I've been looking to listen to some new music because I've just basically been re-listening to um, The Paper Chases Now You're One of Us, which is fun, but also nobody really wants to be around the person who only listens to the album about how the world is ending.
Yeah.
So, but my recommendation this week, Funny Blair watching anime. Um,
What'd you
I started
watch?
Mob Psych. I
Oh.
started with Mob Psycho 100.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's really good. I knew I would love it. I knew I would love it because it's beautifully animated. It's really fucking funny, and it's super cool. If I would say it's if you're like me and you've kind of grown out of a lot of like really anime things, but still kind of fuck with that energy and really like weird shit, you'll love Mob Psycho
I mean,
100.
the thing is that like it's got like unilateral appeal because like I also who is like not got grown quote unquote grown out of real shit anime, and I still love Mob Psycho 100. I just want to append a corollary that I always append to it. I don't think I don't think it makes the show irredeemable or anything, but the this is something that I kind of wish I had known going in. The second episode does have some pretty unfortunate like funny man in a dress jokes. And
Yeah, it's strange. It's strange, hyper brief, but it's also really bizarre.
yeah, it sucks, but like I don't think it like sucks hard enough to like. It's just like heads up going into episode 2, doesn't come back
Yeah.
up. You're Gucci.
Right. Right, exactly. Yeah, I guess grow out of isn't the right word. I guess I have
No,
like
I get
anime
what you mean. Though.
fatigue.
I totally get what you mean though.
Yeah, yeah. So I can't do a lot of it, but this is so good. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's super refreshing. And Reagan is hot. So, that's basically all I need to make me happy. I haven't finished the first season, but like the second season is just coming out, I think, right now. So it makes me super excited for it. And I'm super excited to watch more of it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you, the listening audience, should as well.
Yeah. So anything else before? Is that we just wrap up now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna watch Truth or Dare next week, so join us for that.
Yep.
Send us questions about the movie if you want to watch along at home. You can contact us at fearbaiting on Twitter or fearbaiting@gmail.com.
You sure can.
If you want to support the show, you can do so patreon.com/fearbaiting. $1 a month gets you early access to episodes. $5 a month gets your name read on the show, and you get to vote on episodes. I think actually that's a $1 a month thing as well. I think that's an all patrons sort of
Yep.
deal.
We should, if we're gonna add a 5th movie to our selection, we should probably do a poll for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So for the first week of February, because the last episode of this month is going to be, oh hell, we only have 4 weeks in this month. No, we only had 4 Mondays in this month. Shit. Anyways, we'll sort this out. You'll get to vote, I promise.
Keep your ear to the ground.
Yep. But $5 and $10 a month gets you shout outs on the show. And $10 a month lets you make us watch a movie. So thank you to Michael Kaiser, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, Paul Bechtel, and Sophie. We love you.
Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you for giving us your gay dollars.
Yes, thank you for making this podcast extremely possible.
Yeah. Thank you as always also to noisepace.xyz for the support for hosting our podcast.
And thank you to Seda, people you meet outside of bars, for our intro and outro music. You can find more of their work at gaygothvibes.online.
Still my personal favorite URL of all time.
Also, personal thank you to Seda for hanging out with me in New York.
Yeah, I was so bummed that I couldn't go, but I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere because I have to save for a trip to New York City, to Boston in February.
Boston. Hey.
Where I'm gonna go get shit-faced with a bunch of furries.
Well, that's very important.
I'll be amongst my people finally. But if you want to find me, I'm Sunhat Zhenya everywhere: Twitter, Twitch, Mastodon, where the instance I'm at is snouts.online if you want to follow me there. And I guess GSF Tanaka's on Tumblr if you are still using that site. I don't think I've opened it in like 5 days.
Yeah, I never see you post on there, so...
Sometimes I'll get really into posting.
Yeah. I'm really into posting these days.
Yeah.
I'm really into posting and content. If you want to find my postings and contents, you can do so at BlairKitch on Twitter or blairkitch.tumblr.com for posts and contents. But yeah, if you want, you can listen to our sister podcast, The Wonder Years, which is our bi-weekly Animorphs podcast with me, Sarah, and friend of the show, Seda. Or you can listen to the other podcast that Sarah's on, which is
Henry
the
Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So, but thank you for listening to this specific podcast. And we will catch you next week with Truth or Dare. But until then, I have been Blair.
I continue to be Sarah.
And remember,
you can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
Nap time.